do a non-traditional Thanksgiving hairbrushing thing. So I feel like, well, if anybody who is kind of an observation of culture knows, like, well, last night actually, I went with my sister because I got off work early. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and I think now society's changing to where not everybody has a big Thanksgiving dinner. Not what everybody always did in the past, and we have to remember. I think people think, well, this is the way things are supposed to be, but there's a lot more things open now than there used to be on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. Like, yeah, I know people want those days off, but I feel like society has just changed to where we're just more open to knowing that not everybody has the same kind of Thanksgiving like I did. And I personally wouldn't even have done a big Thanksgiving if it weren't for my sister, but she has kids and her grandchild was there for like a Thanksgiving a couple weeks ago because my nephew was visiting. But personally, I think people just get so set up in thinking everything has to be like this traditional way. But there's always been people that didn't live within the traditions, and sometimes the people who have the traditional day, like, it doesn't mean that much to them because they complain about it. And I never thought like the people who complain about going to a big Thanksgiving dinner and seeing family, like, that's sad. Like, I didn't get that. Like, why are you even going? Like, wouldn't you want to see your family? If you don't want to see your family, I see my sister all the time. If you don't want to see your family, then why do you go to these big gatherings? It makes no sense to me. Like, so I feel like I don't hear as much of that talk anymore because I think with younger people, a lot of younger people aren't necessarily having a big Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know, they might even go out for Asian food. They might go out for whatever cuisine they want. They might make it at home. They might go shopping the day before. Maybe they go shopping the day after. I think it's just life doesn't have to look exactly like it did 25 years ago. And I always knew that not everybody lived the same kind of life, and I think that's been the thing that's kind of given me permission to just get in touch, like, with who I was maybe a decade before I started being exposed to people that just wanted to be so heavy-handed on social media and just not giving myself enough grace and gratitude and honoring myself enough to know that I'm full of honor, happiness, and goodness in my own life, that I didn't have to listen to anybody who would have torn down anybody in any way.com. That's a lot of what I've been getting out of my system lately, because it's just a toxicity that I had to get rid of. But it's really just been the most therapeutic thing in my life, and it's put up these boundary lines. I have a sky-high boundary now for myself where never again do I ever want to even, like, I want, if somebody even said something or did something that I thought was disrespectful, like when somebody disrespects you, they disrespect themselves. This is what I've learned, because they don't respect themselves and they don't have like a sense of order in their own life. Being an orderly person myself, having a sense of order and always living a very orderly life, I think, I don't know, like a lot of people want to create like pandemonium. They want strife, even in the sense of portraying themselves as being calm. Sometimes they don't really crave a calm vibe. Like something deep down wants a friction, and I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, I think the less you worry about what people are mucking on about online, like I think you can be online and just share your viewpoint. And this is kind of what I'm doing. I don't comment on a lot of other people's videos anymore because they, I don't know, it's not like all the big YouTubers are down commenting on mine. So I'm not like, there are good videos out there, but I'm just not going out of my way to comment on a lot of YouTubers' videos, because I just focus on making my own content and interacting with people who are on mine. But also, like, last week is the last time I'm gonna address people that make weird comments or just don't know how to behave on the internet. Like when they get out of line, they just get deletion bin. And the fun part is, this is kind of the fun part, I just don't feel any need to explain myself to them anymore. So we deletion bin a lot of things in life, and I'm just finding the power of the deletion bin. I didn't know it was so powerful. I didn't know the more you deleted something, the more you take it out of your life, the more order, the more... because I just realized something, being the most orderly person that I know. Just always having a sense of order with myself. I just don't really need a lot of outside cacophony. I don't need a lot of outside voices. Like, I appreciate people who comment on my videos, but when it comes to just other views or how other people are doing the YouTube or anything, it just doesn't apply to me. Plus, I want to talk about colors, like dark brown hair with light colors, color scheme, and hair. And like I said, like if you're looking to grow your hair long, I do think taking stress out of your life is a big key. Maybe we'll look around at the shops tomorrow for Black Friday. And I had this philosophy on shopping. I think people think that they have to spend a lot of money when they go shopping. I think you can just look around and have fun and get ideas. And it's like a good social activity. And it's just fun to walk around and, I don't know, drink coffee and look at the shops. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars when you do it either. You could just buy things that are on sale that maybe you need. There is a way to shop without spending a lot of money and just have fun. It's not exactly like window shopping. I wouldn't call it window shopping. You're just kind of looking around like, oh, that's cute. That's fun to look around. I don't know. I just kind of enjoy it. It's a social outing, really. It was a big part of just giving myself grace to just be me, do what I like. What do you like to do? And now that I've had that opportunity to declutter my mind from any online influence, I just feel like my channel is going to be the most authentic version. And I'm kind of getting back to that 2008 self. Like I'm thinking 2008, 9, 10, 11. When I just used to have my little opinion and I didn't worry about like people coming and like wanting to counter it in some way. Like I didn't even need it to be political, because honestly, I've grown to a part of my life where politics are just not so important to me really, but just finding joy, like remembering, you know, my purpose. And my purpose for wanting to do social media was a creative outlet, because I do like to write. I've never published a book or anything, but I do like to vlog, and that kind of has grown into, manifested into YouTube over the years. And creating YouTube content is like stream of consciousness, where when you feel the inclination to get on, you just get on, you grab your camera and you do it. And it's just, it's fun. It's organic and it's the best expression of yourself, really. Plus, I just like to talk and brush my hair, really. So, this is week 3 here, and after like the first week, I don't put as much oil, but sometimes if I feel like my hair needs a little bit of oil, I have my Manoy de Yves Rocher, and I kind of keep it a little bit less. But the thing about my hair is when I'm in the shower, I let the water hit my roots. Like when I take showers, I let the water hit my roots and saturate my hair to where my hair is wet. And then the floor of my bathtub is so wet. Like I need a towel to stop it up from like putting water in my brush and hair. But I just find that so basically I'm just wetting my hair, like, because it makes it easier to brush your hair when there's a little bit of water in there and a tiny bit of oil. I'm like, oh, the brush runs through you, and I don't have to fight and struggle. Well, I'll still, like, because every time after I wash my hair, it's like the struggle time is on. It's like, it's on, ding, ding, ding goes the ring, because you're like detangling. It's an arduous journey from beginning to end. But, I mean, I love the result of, like, having brushed out hair. But that's why I keep my hair in a braid. Because I'm like, no, I don't want to, every day, go through that having to detangle my hair thing. You know, it's just not really that enjoyable to me. I know people think somebody that wears their hair loose, it's just so much more, like, attractive. And I'm like, but you know what? I still have my hair. And I think a braid's attractive, and everything I do is for my own happiness. It's not for the happiness of others, it's for myself. Like, I am a manifestation of wanting to make myself happy, and I'm nice to other people, but nobody, gets an opinion on how I do my hair. Nobody. They just don't. That's why this channel's not a request channel. That's why we don't do like any kind of request videos on here, and I don't wear my hair in any certain way. And every time, like, people even on Instagram have said, because I started being more open again to like, oh, if you want to share my photos, but I'm like, no. The minute that you start demanding that I do any hairdo, I go quiet on my western front and back end, and you just don't hear from me because I'm like, I don't care. I'm posting what I want, man. Like, I'm living my life robustly. I'm not guaranteeing anything to anybody. And if you really like long hair, you just watch it and you look and you can comment. That's it. It's not about what you like, it's about what I like. You know? That's it. Because I've never gone to anybody's channel and be like, I think you should wear this, I think you should wear that, you should do your hair this way, that way. Too bad, so sad. It's not happening, right? That's why it never happens. Like, all these, like, people are like, you should do your hair that way. Do I ever? And then I still get the occasional funnies where they're like, you brush your hair over your face. I'm like, no, I don't. I think they thought I brushed my hair over my face. It's just when my hair was really long, sometimes I would pull my hair and redirect it, and sometimes it would cover both parts of my face. But, oh, and the funniest one, I usually delete the trolley trolls, but there was this guy yesterday, I mean, I kind of had to keep it there for comedy. Maybe I should highlight these it's like a joke reel, really. Because, like, sometimes they'd be like, oh, I think they're violence against women. Sometimes I just think they don't have a hobby. Like, you can like hair, but, like, the guys are like, you should get your hair because it looks so great. And I'm like, really? That's what you do? Like, it wasn't Thanksgiving Eve, but the eve before Thanksgiving, apparently you had time to go on the YouTuber to tell somebody that. It's kind of like whackjack. I'm like, okay, you guys are fun. You are a lot of fun. But I don't know. I don't think they're so much fun, but they think they're fun. That's the part that's just perplexing. I'm like, okay, go on, guys. I don't think anybody's interested. There's a reason nobody's interested, but, you know, I think that if you told them that nobody was interested, that concept would be lost on them. They'd be like, what? Nobody is interested in our little hair cutting finish? Why don't you become a hairstylist? Go cut hair if that's like what you want to do, because you could get paid to cut somebody's hair. Like yesterday, my sister's hair turned out really beautiful, but she went to go get her hair trimmed, and the hairstylist, she asked for 4 inches off because her hair is thinner than mine, but it wasn't down here, and she wanted it up to her like, I don't know, here or something, and the lady cut it up to there. So you could get professionally paid if you go to school and train, but I don't know, you couldn't act all creepy crawlers in a hair salon. Well, you know, you'd have to keep it on the down low. You wouldn't just be able to write whatever's like you do on the YouTubes. Maybe it's not fun enough for the hair cutting fetish tubes. I don't know. But you know, you could, like, if that's what you really want. But I just think it's funny. I'm like, nobody cares. Nobody's interested. There was one that used to get so upset, like one day, because I saw him doing this on so many different people's video, and he would like come and say people should cut their hair, and so I finally just told him, you're a creeper and you say this everywhere, and he got really mad, and then he's like, oh, what you're doing is wrong, and I'm like, well, if you think that, why are you here? Why are you watching a hair video? Why? What makes you watch it if you think it's so wrong, you know? Running some water from my brush for the next swipey swipe. Yeah, so I don't answer anybody that's like, you should do these hairstyles. Not one. I'm like, no. Yeah, nah. Don't have time, not interested, and just, no. Go do your own hair. Grow your hair long. Anyway. But I guess that's what you get unless you become full-fledged hair tutorial channel. But I might try and film a video later on how I make a braid. But there's a reason I'm not a hair tutorial channel, because I just do my hair, and I believe in my heart of hearts there's nothing that I'm doing with my hair this is specifically geared towards teaching other people how to do their hair. I mean, the only thing I guess I could impart is gentle hair care. Just be gentle. Yeah, people rip a brush through their hair. That's a well-known fact. I think too many people are aggressive with their hair. But you could just gently run a brush through your hair. This is the thing I love about when you can kind of extend out your washes. You don't have to go through that detangling cycle. Detangle. It's just, you know. I thought about buying one of the spray bottles, like those continuous misters, to put more moisture into my hair. So there is one kind of video I probably will film. It's about how I put a towel on my head, because I feel like it's the most effective. And actually now, what I'm thinking, like the deeper I go into my hair journey, because this is what has just served me so well all my life, is I love like a supersized large, like the largest cotton, yes cotton, the largest cotton beach towel possible, because the longer my hair gets, the bigger the beach towel needs to be to cover the whole circumference of my hair, because I'm not going to squish my hair into a little tiny one. I'm just not going to do that. And I love a cotton towel. And, okay, my hair is dripping wet. Some people are like, squeeze the water out of your hair. And I'm like, no, I don't. Sometimes, actually, I feel like the best thing for me is to not squeeze the water out of my hair. Put it up, like just straight out of the shower, first thing, hair up. No squeezing, no need. Comes out of the towel. It's still wet. Oh, here we are with the brush. We're putting more water because we need water to brush out my hair type. It needs water. And I feel like that's another thing that helps me extend out my washes, because my hair is getting so saturated. In fact, sometimes when I put my hair in a braid, it's wet. People don't like that. I've been doing it for years. I love, like, especially when I was washing my hair more often a few years ago, which I don't really feel like I need to do anymore. Hair in a wet braid, that was my grape jelly jam, especially in the summer. And by the end of the day, you took your hair out. If you took your hair out of the braid, it wasn't fully dry. I know that's so counterintuitive, but I like it because I love like just using water and oil to kind of help create that sleekness to my hair that I can somewhat get with that. Because I'm not going to put like hair gels. I've put some aloe vera gel in my hair to kind of slick it down, but I don't want to do that. I'm like, why do I have to like try and fight the texture of my hair? It's like people think hair has to be perfectly smoothed down. What if it doesn't? What if hair looks neater, more beautiful, and more amazing, not perfectly smoothed down? Because that's the truth. That's the truth of wavy hair. It looks so flippin' sexy when it's not completely smoothed down. You see how you start living your hair vibe? You live it. And when you live it, there's no turning back. There's just no, like once you figure out what you love with your hair and what you like to do with your hair, there's just no turning back, man. You know what's best for your hair. You know what you like about your hair. And you don't desire to turn back to any other kind of hair brushing technique or any other kind of hairstyling technique. You just want to do the ones that work for you. Okay, so I'm going to kind of subdivide my hair a little bit right here. Subdivision here. Okay. Before I put, I don't know, I don't have any rhyme or reason for this, but I want a little bit more water in the brush before I kind of brush out the back a little bit. I like to start with a smaller brush for some reason. I don't know the reason or rationale behind it, but I just feel like I start with a smaller one. And I go so slowly, I move up and up and up and up and up. Basically at this point all I'm really doing is I'm smoothing out my hair. Like, yeah, my hair does wrap up in itself a little bit from being braided. Tuesday afternoon, I'm just beginning to see, and I'm on my way. It doesn't matter to me, searching the clouds away. Oh God, that was so long. But I should look up the lyrics, man. I'm not a musician. I'm just having fun. You know? Sometimes when you just want to have fun, that kind of outweighs everything else. I mean, you can be precise and look up the lyrics of a song, of course. Chasing the clouds away. Tuesday afternoon. This side has been more smoothed out though. I need to gravitate to the other side. I'm like, once you smooth out one side, you need to go to the other side, really, bro. And I always need to stand up to brush my hair so I have full, like, leverage, full, I just like, especially when my hair was super long, it just feels better. I'm like, I love to stand up. Plus, it's good for you to stand. It's exercise, you know? That's my opinion on this all. smooth out this side very, very well. This is what I do because I'm more into doing the gentle intuitive brushing that feels good to me. Once I feel like I've brushed, and this brush is so big, I love my paddle brush. And what I love about him is he's so flexy. So flexy. I did cancel because I thought I was going to do the unbrush review, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not spending $18 on a brush. And he's so flexy. I love this brush. So I kind of just pull it over to the side right here, and I start working my way up this side. Okay, and then I flip it around like this. See, entire length of my hair. It's very wavy from my natural waves and from the braid, but you know, my hair is pretty wet when I put it in a braid, so it kind of holds whatever shape I put it in a little bit. But you know, my hair is also wavy because after I wash my hair, that's my natural wave. Then rinse the hair, brush the hair again, and just one more gentle pass over, I guess. The paddly brush, just kind of gently. You know, because I never want to flat iron my hair actually, but I do feel like if you don't want to flat iron your hair, but you just want to smooth out your hair, something about these nice big paddle brushes. They just have a larger area, and they just kind of smooth out your hair, I feel like. And I kind of like to do that because I know some people put a brush on the top of their hair to really smooth it down, but I always feel like, doesn't that create breakage? Am I weird? Because I feel like a lot of things that people do to achieve like those perfectly sleek looks, like people always complain about breakage, but I can't help but think if you're putting like a brush in the top of your hair, even if it's completely detangled, like, I don't know, you're just gonna cause some breakage doing that. And I just feel like the obsession for the really, 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 really sleek hairstyles, they're good, but I just don't see the point of making, like, going to that excessiveness to make it that sleek, I guess, unless you're a ballerina or in the military, I don't know. And I don't feel like you should have to put heavy. I feel like sometimes just taking your time, like I know when I get up earlier, I keep saying, oh, I need an hour space cushion for like hair brushing and relaxing, because I don't like to rush through the hair brushing session. But I just feel like when I have that space cushion, it gives me ample time to feel like I have just slowly brushed through my hair. Because I think, like, if you do it too quickly, I feel like hair breaks off or something. But maybe that's just my opinion on this. Anyway, that was fun. My fun little hair brushing session. Thanks for watching.